All right, welcome. Hello, Acolytes. Welcome to the Cleric Corner. My name is Riker, and here we talk about all things Dungeons and Dragons, tapping into our higher powers to create worlds more unique and stories more impactful. Today, we are going to go over part 2 of our Lobster Warlock. Now, if you've come here for the first time, last week we went over the first half of the level 15 Lobster Warlock of the god Blipdoolpoolp. Blipdoolpoolp being in the Forgotten Realms lore of being the god of the Kuatoa, and it being a huge part in my home campaign. So this is actually kind of technically like a part 3, because the part 1 was you guys helping me in session prep for my game, and then it kind of snowballed into us making this whole thing with you, which I'm super excited about. So basically what we have left is feats and spells, which is level 15. We've kind of got a lot to go through, but I will love your help in finding out exactly what's going to flavor this Lobster Warlock the best that we can. So let's do first big shout out to my patron members, my high tier patron members, with Scott Burns being our cleric and Kaleidoscope and Weaver Atropos being our acolytes. What you do for me and this channel is a blessing for everyone that partakes in what we do here. The constant flow of creativity from all of the community members, and I was even in Discord this morning just kind of taking a peek. I'm so busy now, I can't be in Discord as much as I want to, but I took a peek and like there's some guys, you guys are on a roll lately, like seriously. There are tons of fun, cool ideas just being rolled into. I think there was just a couple pictures shown, and then there was like 50 comments on just what that might look like in a D&D setting. It was really, really cool. Anyways, just bragging about you guys. But anyway, these guys help out a ton in providing a good foundation to get me excited for future content as well. So again, some fun new things next month that I'm excited to share with you. But anyways, who do we have in the chat so far? We have Pedro. Hello Pedro, and Scorpio135. Hello, welcome to chat. We'll wait for a couple more people to come in, but we'll give another little bit of recap. So in this world, why are my notifications going off? In this world, the god Blipdoolpoolp is trapped, and she has recently gotten the key in order to get untrapped because of a player making a dumb decision. it was probably smart in the moment, but long term it was kind of dumb. But they got the key to get out of their cage, I guess you could call it, in the elemental plane of water. Now they don't have a lot of strength because all of their followers, the Kuatoa, has been killed. It was genocide by the Unti. Or the Unti, I always pronounce that wrong. Unti? Yuan-Ti, there it is. The Yuan-Ti, there was genocide millennia ago, and that's who followed her. And so she doesn't have those anymore. So, in order to get the strength she needs to get out of it, she's quickly developed a bunch of warlocks, which we'll be making today, to help appease the worship, as well as go out and collect items of value. We're talking gold, we're talking pearls, we're talking rubies and gemstones, because that's what was a part of, we talked a little about the lore of Blipdoolpoolp last time, but that's a lot of the sacrifice or the worship that's involved with Blipdoolpoolp, is gold and pearl, especially pearls, but a lot of valuable items. But in the meantime, she has previous creatures or monsters that she has developed, as well as these warlocks that are going to help satiate that. So we might get into more of that here soon. But let's get into the Warlock subclass. Also, if you do have a question, just so that I make sure that I can pick it out of the chat, write in question in all caps, so that way I can see it and then I can answer the question. But I do see Pedro does have one. It says, what subclass of Warlock did you pick? Well, let me show you. We have the Warlock Fathomless. We have the Fathomless Warlock with 3 levels of Ranger, and I'll tell you why we did that, which is actually pretty cool. So if you look at the gathered swarm of the Ranger, we have once on each of your turns, you can cause a swarm to assist you in the following ways immediately after you hit a creature with an attack. Which means that, you know, not a weapon attack, any attack. So your Eldritch Blast is an attack, right? So every time you hit someone with an Eldritch Blast in this case, you get one of these options. The target takes 1d6 piercing damage, or the target must succeed a strength saving throw or be moved up to 15 feet. Or you can move yourself, right? And that's something you can do fine as well. However, the kick is that we also in our Warlock we got Eldritch Spear, which we can cast Eldritch Blast at a range of 300 feet. So 300 feet away, we can do an extra d6 damage, and we can move them an extra 15 feet. So, incredible movement opportunities with this without even being close enough for a spell, unless they had Spell Sniper or something. But even then, I think Spell Sniper at 120 feet spells would be 240, which is still 50 feet away from, it's a dash, still a jet dash away before you could get into range. So, this one's dangerous from far away. This one's dangerous. Hello, Nicolay. Hello. What have I missed? We're just doing a recap. We're just doing a recap right now. So if you were here last time, you know all of this already. But going into it, we're going to pick the feats and the spells. I think we're going to go to well, let's do the spells first. That way we know what we're in about. So we know what gaps to fill up with the feats when we get there. So let's go spells. So some ones that we have already: Infestation, Mage Hand, reflavoring that as lobsters, right? So they are a Lobster Warlock. The Swarm is obviously lobsters that they have, and so their cantrips and spells are going to reflect that, right? It's the goddess of water and lobsters. The goddess herself, again, if you weren't here before, the goddess herself looks like a woman, so a woman figure with lobster claws and a lobster head, and the Kuo-toa created her by just their belief, as a pretty cool feature of the Kuo-toa is they can create their own gods. So, cantrip, Infestation, Mage Hand, Primal Savagery, they can shift themselves more into a lobster to have, you know, better hand-to-hand combat, and then Shape Water, of course. We have Ensnaring Strike, Fairy Fire, Fog Cloud, Speak with Animals, Zephyr Strike. We have Evert's Black Tentacles, also kind of, you know, swarmy flavor. Freedom of movement because of the water. And then, actually, we didn't... I'm not going to look it up now. But we're looking for also spells. We're trying to get... where did... I thought by now they would get the... they would get the Summon Elemental by now, wouldn't they? But maybe not. Maybe I'm not correct. Okay. So we have Node spell. Okay, we did our Ranger spells already, looks like. So we have all those. And then Warlock. Okay. Here's our cantrips. Of course, we got to pick Eldritch Blast. So that's one's in there. We got to pull that off. And then let's see what we have for other options. So Chill Touch, maybe it's like a necrotic damage by touch. Maybe not. Booming Blade. They're not really a weapon fighter up close to face to face. So the furthest away this Warlock can be, the better. So maybe stay away from. I mean, Primal Savagery is their go-to cantrip if they do get into a tussle. But I think we're good there. We also have maybe Magic Stone. It might be fun to have some pearls orbit their head, or be able to throw magic pearls at people. That might be kind of cool. Prestidigitation is always a good one. Always a good one. I think I might just take that anyways, because it's really nice. You get a bunch of different effects. You get sensory effects, light puffs. You can clean things. You can warm up things. You can make things different colors, and you can put on small symbols on things, which is nice. Poison spray. I don't think lobsters have the ink thing. I think that's crawdad. No. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of grasshoppers. That's not the same. It's not. I know grasshoppers have that ink thing. So I'm thinking maybe poison spray, but I don't think lobsters have that at all. So maybe let's do some good ones. So let's do Magic Stone because I think that's the best one that we have. Let's see the range on this thing. 60 feet. It's pretty good. So, and they can give it to other people. Well, they're not really in like a band though. What do you guys think? I need some ideas. Help me out here, guys. We already have Mage Hand. Maybe Friends. So like a charming ability. We're gonna get Prestidigitation. Maybe Thunderclap. Because it's still an up and close, but just in case they get surrounded, they get to do multiple people at the same time. I mean, at the 15th level, you're not going to use cantrips a lot, so maybe I'm thinking too much about this. But let's do Prestidigitation, let's do Magic Stone, let's do Eldritch Blast, and let's do. We're not going to use any. This is the problem with Warlock is you're probably not going to use anything other than Eldritch Blast. So let's do this. Instead of Magic Stone, let's do more utility. Let's do more utility with this stuff. So Minor Illusion, yeah, let's do it. They're a little they're semi-magical. Let's do Minor Illusion, and then let's do Friends. I'm calling it now. Yeah. Just as some extra things, because friends will come in handy just in case they need to get a few extra coin from people that may not donate to the cause, and they need to make friends with them a bit. Yeah. Crustacean Nation. Oh no. Oh no. If this turns into a part 4, guys, I swear, I did not even expect this to be a part 3. This was not going to be a 3-part series. It was only supposed to be a one-time help with my my game, but it's turned into something. Okay, Armor of Agathis. That would be a good one because of the carapace of the lobster. I think that would be really, really cool. So maybe we can learn that one. We have 11 to choose from, but with 5 levels. So we have Armor of Agathis. I also see. Oh, those of you who don't know, it's you gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration if a creature hits you. You basically get to inflict that damage on them after the temporary hit points goes down. You also have, let's see, Cause Fear, Comprehend Languages, Create or Destroy Water. Yeah, we probably need that one. Expeditious Retreat is also tempting to get out of there. And let's see, so you can dash. What's the? I don't think there is one that gets you out of. I don't think there is a spell. I think that's a feat mobile that gets you out of opportunity attacks. So maybe we'll look into that one next. Hex would be a good one. Hex would be a good one. One of the most hilarious combos is Mold Earth and Prestidigitation. Why, Pedro? Why is Mold Earth and Prestidigitation on your list? Unseen Servant is also kind of good because it's like a swarm. But call me weird, I kind of want a Seen Servant because it is a lobster. We got a lot of good first level spells here. All right. If I want to choose, I'm going for flavor here, right? Not about optimization. That's not what I do. If that's what you want, go to another channel. But for flavor, I think I want Unseen Servant as a lobster that I can go and do things for. However, I don't think. Yeah, warlocks do not get Find Familiar, which is disappointing. Unless they are a Pact of the Chain, which we decided not to do because it's just another thing to keep track of on the battlefield if we did. So I think Unseen Servant might be our fix for that. Not something combat heavy, but something that they can use later if they need to. And then maybe we'll come back to Expeditious Retreat. Let's look at some other spells. Okay. Yeah, Mobile is amazing, Roland. Yeah. Mobile is a lot of my go-tos. Every rogue that I've ever seen has had mobile, even though they can like disengage as bonus action. Yeah, it just makes them great. Nicolay, I think it's canonical that all mortals can create gods through their belief, which means that Kuo-toa will have a stronger version of that. I'd have to double check that. You may be right. I'd have to double check. I know the Kuo-toa especially, yes, and they have created a lot of gods. throughout the years. In my world, they have created four gods that we get to play with. Okay, here we have, Crown of Madness. We need to go Crown of Madness because that was one thing that that Blipdoolpoolp had, is she could cause madness in people. So having that ability straight from our goddess would be perfect. We also have Flock of Familiars. Oh, I'm tempted to pick this one. I've never used this one before. We might need this. Okay, you temporarily summon 3 familiar spirits to take animal forms. Each familiar has the same rules and options as a normal familiar. All familiars conjured by the spell must be the same type. If you already have a familiar conjured, then all of them go bye-bye. Familiars summoned by the spell can telepathically communicate with you. When you cast a spell of a range of touch, one of these familiars conjured... Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this just for kicks and giggles, and we're going to get rid of Unseen Servant. Because because we're talking swarms here, guys. We need the swarm of familiars. There is no more, no less. We need a bunch of lobsters. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we want here. Misty Step is good. Misty Step is good. Invisibility is good. Spider Climb. Yeah. Because lobsters can kind of do that, right? Guys, I regret not brushing up on my lobster history and lobster knowledge before I got on here. Lobsters can climb up things pretty well. No? If they don't, it's still scary. Okay? It's still scary for like a lobster person to climb up walls. So I think I might just get that. Okay. I don't think anything else stands out to me here just yet. So we'll continue. I wonder what a group of lobster is called. Look it up and put it in the chat. Well, okay, Pedro already has it. he's like, I got you. They're called a pod. Okay. Oh, no. Both of you got it. So double monk Mendoza. Yeah, the group of lobsters called a pod. Email Diaz, climbing in a water environment. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take it anyways. You can fact check me. That's good. Okay, well, let's go to number 3 because I'm good there. Ooh, counterspell is tempting, but no. Fly, no. Fear, no. Ghastly form, no. Hunger of Hadar. What's that one again? Open a gateway. It's a horror. Oh, this one might be good. A 20-foot radius black sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range. This void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard from 30 feet away. No light or otherwise can illuminate the area. Oh, interesting. Are blinded. So it's like a darkness spell. And the void warps a fabric of space and the area is difficult terrain. This is kind of cool because it's almost like teleporting them into like a pocket of the water plane, which they can see like Blipdoolpoolp in there. And I actually had, so how my player gave the necklace to Blipdoolpoolp is that they were next to a Blipdoolpoolp statue underwater. It was a ruin. And they got too close to it, and the necklace key that they had started pulling the player towards the monument. And at the last second, they got pulled into the monument. They like got absorbed into it. It's kind of like a pocket plane as well. A pocket in between this one and the water plane where Blipdoolpoolp could challenge them. They couldn't do much, but basically she said, "Give it to me or else." And the player was like, okay. And he gave it, and she gave it away, or he gave it away. And so just having that be a reminder of what that player did would be cruel and fun. So I think I'm going to go with Hunger of Hadar. Hunger of Hadar, Shadow Lobster eating them. Also an option. Roland, you got it. Reflavored is an area of deep sea. Beautiful. Absolutely. Reverie, Queen of Crustaceans may be half lobster, but I think this should not limit her range of flexibility, right? How do you mean by that? Do you mean like different spells that we're talking about? Yeah. If we get all of our flavor spells in and we still have some like left over, we're absolutely taking some of these awesome ones, if that's what you mean. Ooh, another good one, Insight Greed. This one's really good because again, they're all about the coins and they're about pearls. And it would be cool to give other people that same greed that Blipdoolpoolp has. So I'm going to pick this one for now. which I really enjoy. It basically makes it so that people do approach, and so maybe for that one time where they do have like a companion, because I'm also actually thinking about a rogue, like having a rogue companion, because only like they're supposed to get gold and pearls and things like that. And so it might be really nice to have a rogue character that's kind of the go-to person for that, and then this Warlock being more of a protector, blaster kind of one. So like they're kind of like a cool team up. All right, we also have Remove Curse, Major Image, Magic Circle, Lightning Bolt, Sleet Storm, Spirit Shroud, Summon Fae, Summon Lesser Demons, Summon Shadow Spawn, Summon Undead. We're looking at Summon Elemental. We need Summon Elemental, so we're keeping an eye out for that. Thunderstep, Tongues, or Vampiric Touch. Thunderstep might be tempting as well. But other than that, I don't see another one that I necessarily am like, this is it. This is it. Counterspell. Checking a lobster at the caster to distract them and mess up the spell. Yeah. Great thing about reflavoring is you can really reflavor everything to be exactly what you want it to be. That, you know what, you might have told me on that one. We might come back and do exactly that. Because it would be cool to actually, yeah, as a counterspell to kind of like throw up a lobster and have like the lobster take the heat of it, and have the lobster like blow up and take the heat of the spell, but it technically was like counterspelled. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Okay, so let's go to 4. We might have a couple left over, but we're kind of a little close. Okay. What's Elemental Bane? What's this one? Choose a creature you can see within range. You choose one of the following damage types: Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, or Thunder. Target must succeed in a Constitution saving throw or be affected by the spell for its duration. Okay, we don't have a lot of cold spells, so I don't know if we're going to do that. Dimension Door. It might be between Dimension Door and... what's the word? Dimension Door and Thunderstep. Probably more Dimension Door, because I also see, because obviously they can shoot 300 feet away, and when they hit someone, their lobster swarm appears there and like moves them or hurts them, and so they could be absolved into their swarm and then be unsolved in like somewhere else. Like they teleport through their swarm, which is like a cool mental thing. Okay, Summon Elemental. Here it is. This is what we needed. We need Summon Elemental. Gives us a water elemental. I'd probably strictly stick with that because of the flavor. And then I'm going to choose Dimension Door because awesome. Why not? We also have Control Water. Ooh, we need that. Speedy Courier. It might be fun to get like a giant lobster and just like ride the giant lobster around. That's also tempting. We have Psychic Lance. What's Shadow of Moil do again? Flame-like shadows wreath your body until the spell ends, causing you to become heavily obscured to others. The shadows turn to dim light within 10 feet of you to darkness, and bright light in the same area to dim light. So another thing about Blipdoolpoolp, if you missed last time, is that they have... basically, they don't like fire. They never use fire. They're averse to fire. It's like, no fire damage ever. So I've been kind of playing with the idea of like it being averse to fire damage too, or weak to fire damage, vulnerable to fire damage, because they won't expect a water-based person to be vulnerable to it. But just in case if they do, it might be like a fun element of them being like, why the heck? What the heck? Like, what is this? And being like a little, kind of like a little lore drop, just to freak him out a little bit. I think it'd be kind of fun. So I'm playing with that as well. Okay. Let's look what 5th level has. We have one more spell. Shoot. Big B's Hand! A giant claw! I thought that somebody announced that last time. If somebody did mention Big B's Hand last stream. So I feel like we kind of have to go Big B's Hand. Okay. I think there's a spell was from D20 and appeared from the Battle of Beyond. It was a really powerful punch spell. I watched Battle for Beyond. I don't remember what spell you're talking about. I don't remember. GB Gibbs, hello. What class is a lobster? We're actually going Sea Elf. So it's a Sea Elf, but they've been kind of a little bit transformed by like with the lobster aesthetic, because of this curse or this pact that they made with the god Blipdoolpoolp. Also, something to keep in mind. I'll ask this again later, but if you have ideas now, awesome. We need a motivation for this character. Why did they make this pact? Why did they go to Blipdoolpoolp and say yes to helping Blipdoolpoolp rise again, and get the powers from her? Why? She's a sea elf, so she's like there are some underwater communities nearby, but most of the civilization is on land. So who knows? We'll see. Okay, hold monster, but it's a claw. Also, that's also a really good flavor. Rich Mary, hello in the chat. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, Yamil, we got Fathomless Warlock / Stormkeeper Rager. Absolutely. So, okay, so let's look at whatever we have. Contact other plane. Yeah, we can contact Blipdoolpoolp. The thing about NPCs, you do want some utility, just so that you can kind of explain away some things that they do behind the scene. But I feel like contact other plane with mentally connect with a demigod or spirit of long dead sage if they're going to connect to Blipdoolpoolp. I feel like that she's going to connect in other ways, like one of these temples that the player got absorbed into. She would go to that and she would contact other plane through that and not need a spell slot. We have Innervation, Far Step. Far Step is a cruel spell to put on an enemy. It's a cruel spell. Okay, well, let's look at Innervation because I forgot what that is. Oh, okay, so it's an Inky Darkness, reaches out from you, do 2d8 necrotic damage. We kind of had that flavor with the other spell that we did earlier. Infernal Calling, uttering a dark incantation, you summon a devil from the 9 hells. We don't need that. And then Synaptic Static. Choose a point within range, psychic damage, 20-foot radius, intelligence saving throw, or get 8d6 psychic damage. I don't think we need that either. So I think Bigby's Hand is our way to go. I think Bigby's Hand is our way to go. Wall of Light, teleportation circle, scrying. There's not anybody specific that they want to scry on because Blipdoolpoolp is basically done with this player. They're basically done with, they got the key from them. What Blipdoolpoolp was doing was sending out swarms of lobsters to attack them when they were still kind of lower levels. And that, which I did, it actually a full Swarmkeeper Ranger class just to explain away a swarm of lobsters. It was a swarm of lobsters that like amalgamated into like a human form. It was pretty cool. But she got the key. So she's not scrying at anybody. She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to find out where anything is. She just needs to collect some things and get out. Far Step, Innervation, Dream. Yeah, I think we're good with that. I think we're good with that. The Wobster? Jibby Gibbs? How dare you? The woman lobster? Is that what you're going for? The Wobster wants to make them great again. Oh, no. Oh, no. They made this pack because Moana inspired them. Okay. Oh, yeah, Moana is, yeah, I heard that play. That play was great. Yeah, down at the local tavern. Absolutely. Oh, Rich Mary, pack motivation, defending her underwater kingdom from a local city overfishing the coast. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Okay, okay. I like that. Yeah. Because there is a bit of capitalism encroachment, or civilization encroachment, I should say, in this campaign. I might go with that. That's I want to see if some other people have some ideas as well, but that's a good one. Oh, Pedro, Adain's Furious Fist for like a boxer shrimp that can punch super hard. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can look that up real quick. See what it does. Adain's Furious Fist. Let's see what we have. Ooh. Why are you being silly? Okay, so for the duration of the spell, your fist gleams with a silvery arcane light, and you may take as an action to make a melee spell attack against a creature within reach of an. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull it up here so that you guys can see it because apparently it's in Homebrew. Browse spells. Is it here? Wow, where is my internet today? Okay, Adain's Furious Fist. Okay, here it is. So, so gleams with silvery light. As an action, you may make a melee spell attack against a creature that you can see within range of your unarmed attack. First First such successful attack during the duration of the spell deals 2d10 force damage to the target. Additionally, the target must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed away and knocked prone. Actually, that would be perfect for this. So maybe I'll add that to my collection. And then once I get here, I can refresh. And then if I go into my spells, actually, I should check. It is a Warlock spell. It is a Warlock spell. So now I can go to manage spells, first level. Oh, did it not go through? One thing about D&D Beyond is it's not super quick about like adding things over. So we might have to wait a minute for this. But what would I get rid of though? Because Armor of Agathis is pretty nice because of the carapace. Crown of Familiars, Flock of Familiars. Maybe we get rid of Spider Climb because I do think that I don't think that Spider Climb is something that lobsters can do. It's cool, but I don't think it's what they can do. So maybe we'll get rid of that and get that because I do think that fits really well. It's a movement, and it's like a lobster, shrimp, claw. They're arthropods, right? They're in the same family. The god of lobsters isn't only the god of lobsters. I like the idea that they're all arthropods as well. Yamil says, a courtesan, waitress, or cook in a village turned pirate den that had ambitions of overtaking oppressors. Yes, one day a lobster gave her the chance to do so. Ooh, what if they were one of the pirate clans? What if they were? Because that's exactly what a lot of the pirate clans are doing, is that, again, we kind of went over a lot of it in another video, but the main civilization was an adventuring guild before it got before the city popped up. A lot of adventurers left and became pirates. Civilization grew. Pirates didn't like that, or they had their own reasons of going against those things of civilizations, and so that would be really, really cool. So ambitions of overtaking the oppressors. She could have been in the Recusant clan, which is more like the Robin Hoods. So it might be a Recusant clan, and she has kind of her own dealings with, because the big point of tension in the place that they are now is unleashing a big lobster monsters that has been hidden away for 20 years or been locked away, another lock and key, and that's the only thing that's kind of keeping the armistice in this pirate island. And so this one's going to go and mess it up. But she being already from this island because of that. I think Emil, I think that might be the one. Double Monk Mendoza says perhaps a sea elf was an archaeologist or explorer who wandered too close to a ruin of the Kuatoa. Oh, also very viable. That would mean that they might be of the Kaban clan, because they are into lore and magic items, and they work hard to keep that away from oppressive hands of the civilization, to keep it still in the hands of the people. Magic is, they think, should be shared, and it should not be hoarded by an individual or by a hierarchy or anything. So she might have been one of those, which would be really, really good as well. So, but why did they do it? So one with the oppressors, that makes sense. But if they're part of the Kaban clan, yes, there's a little bit of oppressment going there, but it's hard because on this island, the Kaban clan is the only one that's still trying to keep the peace with the armistice, and the point of tension is that the other two clans, the Kuchalel and the Recusant, are not, and they're kind of teamed up, and it's a little bit spicy right now. Maybe an ex-pirate captain that was made to walk the plank, sleep with the fishes as she's drowned with the goddess, gave her a second chance of life. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe in this pirate island, she could have been one of the mages that is protecting this lobster, or not protecting this lobster, but keeping it locked away. And then she messed up. She got kicked off the island, walked the plank, or taken out and basically shanked. And then she's like, well, I don't like this. She got dropped off at she got sunk to the bottom, found this shrine, was offered a deal, and is now working against the mages that just kicked her out. Guys, I'm torn because there's so many good ideas, and like some of you, I can tell you looked at or listened to the other videos because this is spot on. So thank you. Nicolay, in the Forgotten Realms, the elves in there would have committed genocide on their cousins, the Drow, and are the reason they have been become the Drow. So you could steal that and have a reason for the pact. Yeah. I've steered away from those things. We still have the Drow; they're very rare, but none of that Forgotten Realms happened in my world. It's not really my favorite piece of lore, but still great inspiration for those who do. Reverie says, I'm excited for Riker to be the DM and run a campaign with all of us. Yeah. Well, with me moving to a new city, I'll be doing all of my games online now with my players still here in Vegas. So I might record it, and there will actually be a tier in my Patreon who will be getting them. I won't be posting them because that unfortunately that messes up the algorithm a ton with posting videos that are so different, both in content and in length, and so I won't be able to post it exactly with all of my other videos. But someday I hope to, because and it's another thing is it's not going to be high quality. It's not going to be the quality that I want because I don't have the stuff that I need to make it good, right? We're still working on that. We're still getting there. So support me on Patreon. But let's continue. So you guys have some great ideas. Nicolay, to gain the power to even the scores in their name, but backfired. I might need you to elaborate on that. Pedro, perhaps she was a treasure hunter and grabbed an ancient relic that allowed them to commune with the god and was offered power to take over the land and conquer the land and sea under the god's name. Yes, because Blipdoolpoolp gives black pearls. Like she's known for these black pearls, and the black pearl could have been one of these artifacts. Absolutely. Of the Walk the Plank story, lots of vengeance in there. Yep, lots of vengeance. We talked about in the last, in the last stream that we could do like an Oath of Vengeance, and maybe level up an Oath of Vengeance as well. Maybe if the players meet this person and she gets away, maybe they'll have to level up in. Maybe we'll have to relook at Vengeance Paladin again, and maybe take some levels away and add it or something. Just play with it a little. Just play with it. Although Sea Elf might not drown, but bleeding to death might be similar. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But the thing is, if it's torture, right? For a Sea Elf to be wrapped up and put in chains, and I think of that scene from Aladdin where they get that big lead ball and they throw it off the cliff, and he almost drowned into the water before Genie saves him. It could be kind of like that, where they do it, but because they can breathe, it's just a very slow death of starvation. That's really cruel. That's really cruel. But also, again, that could be a large part of the vengeance, right? Where she's down there for like 3 or 4 days, starving, just staring at this Blipdoolpoolp statue, and because she knows that this type of lobster mage that she doesn't like what she's looking at, because she knows that it might be involved with the event 20 years ago, and so she's wary of it. But by the time the 3 or 4 days rolled around, she's begging the statue to relieve her of this thing, whatever god that she sees before her. I love that visualness, and I just got nerd chills. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, sounds perfect for a second channel. Yeah, that's what I would do. Is I would make a second channel for it. Yes, Rich Mary, absolutely. I don't know, Rich Mary. Do you have stuff on your channel about that kind of stuff? Do you have live plays? I don't remember seeing any. Although a sea elf might be. Oh no, I read that. Double Monk Mendoza. That's a cool name though. Most people who know the sea elf would recount the traitor story, while the sea elf recounts the Walk the Plank story. Yeah, it's definitely something that they could hear about. that, and it could foreshadow the event that might happen with the mages disrupting this lobster entrapment spell, because one messed up before and there was a big panic, and so they told them the story, and it's kind of foreshadowing that. I like that a lot. So yeah, very very devious, very story driven. Guys, this is why I need to do this more often, and I need to like bounce things off of you, which is really really cool. Okay, so we need to do feats again. I got distracted, guys. Okay, I love that. I love that. So let's look at some feats. How many do we have? How many feats do we have actually? Let's look. We talked about mobile. We talked about mobile being really really good. So we have. Oh, did I not? Oh, we forgot to do this. Good thing we checked back. I think the most thing that they would be good at would be maybe perception, just because they're shooting things from 300 feet away if they need good eyesight. So let's give the a double proficiency in perception. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and 3, and then we have a Mystic Arcanum. Oh shoot, we need one of these. I forgot about this. Okay. Arcane Gate, Circle of Death, Conjure Fey, Create Undead, Eye Bite, Flesh to Stone, Investiture of Flame, Ice, Stone, Wind, Mass Suggestion, Mental Prison, Scatter, Soul Cage, Summon a Fiend, Tosses Otherworldly Guise, or True Singing. Whoa, what's it gonna be? Let's see, what's this one do again? Immune to fire and poison damage, meh. Immune to poison, you have Spectral Wings, +2 AC. Goodness gracious. Maybe Arcane Gate? No, that summons things. I don't know if I want to bring that into the campaign yet. To open for the duration, choose 2 points on the ground that you can see, 10 feet away from you, 5 feet. I see this one. Okay, so they can teleport with this, or have a gate that they can walk through. I don't know about that either. Maybe Eye Bite? So they can cause people to go to sleep, or panicked, or sickened, like a seasickness. Make them frightened. Maybe. Let's see. Alone in the darkness, hungry, betrayed, nothing but the whispers of an evil goddess to keep her company, yet slowly succumbing to death. Poetic. The cage is a lobster cage trap. Yeah. What is spell? Snatches the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside a tiny cage. Use it for a material component. Holy crap. I forgot about this spell. It's an extremely cool spell. I probably wouldn't take it for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to steal the spell, steal the soul of a player. That would be terrible. And 2, I don't think there's really anything in Blipdoolpoolp's repertoire that allows them or gives them that domain to do that. What does Scatter do? Oh, the air quivers around up to 5 creatures of your choice in range. You teleport each affected target to an unoccupied space within 120 feet of you. That's cool. That's cool. Because because it's anyone. An unwilling creature must use a wisdom saving throw. You absorb all of these people into the swarm and push them out 120 feet away. That's the one I'm going for, unless somebody else says something different. One last time. These are the choices. And I think Scatter's the one that I'm going to do with. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Here are the feats we got. Let's look through them a little bit. Aberrant Dragonmart, Actor, Alert, Artificer, Initiate, Athlete, Bountiful Luck, Charger, Chef, Crossbow Expert, Crusher, Defensive Duelist. If we want to look into any of these, I'm just kind of read them off. If you want to look into them, let me know in the comments or in the chat. We have Dragon Fear, Dragon Hide. Those are specifically for Dragonborn. One thing, I wish there was a toggle that you could take off where you could just put on feats that don't have a prerequisite or that have a prerequisite, just so that you can give them to things just for flavor, which is it's tough not to be able to do that, at least in D&D Beyond. That's what I mean, in D&D Beyond. We have Dungeon, Delver, Durable. Durable might be nice just because, again, it's a the carapace, right? It just gives them more hit points with the shell that they have. I'm gonna actually come back here so they can look where our stats are. So plus one of the Constitution really wouldn't do anything unless we got another one, but and we have Elemental Adept, Elven Accuracy, Fade Away, Fade Teleportation, Fade Touched, Fighting Initiate, Firearm Specialist, Flames of Phlegethos, Gift of the Chromatic Dragon. Let's look at this one. We get okay, we get to fuse a martial weapon with damage. No. When we take damage, I can use a reaction to take to use telekinetic energy to move them. This one would also be good because if they do get up and close and personal, you can use your reaction to push them away. To have the swarm push them away, we can flavor it like that. I like that. We'll keep that one open. Let's see, Fade Touch just to Misty Step away. Maybe Bane as a first level spell. Yeah, maybe just get a couple first level spells. I like that. I like that. Or just to get a couple more options on the low end of scheme of things. Gem. I like the telekinetic reprisal. Maybe the character is a cleric of the goddess, and the difference in the class is just a difference in the class. Hey, someone's been watching my videos. She could be like a cleric. Unfortunately, with Blipdoolpoolp, she was an old god that was kind of forgotten, and only recently has she arisen again. So people have forgotten all about her, and then now she's trying to take back what she thinks is hers, right? And so there really hasn't been any like temples or any worship of any kind of her up to this point. Question. What does Crusher do? Crusher is it's for attacks. So there's three. There's Crusher, Piercer, and Slasher. And they just help you. It gives you a boost to martial weapons that use those kind of damage types. So it basically gives you an extra feature that you can use while doing so. And a bonus to critical hit, I think. That's what it does. Thank you for asking. If she somehow survives, can she curse someone to become a lobster like Lycanthrope? Oh, that's really tempting. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I'm going to pocket that. Thank you for that idea. I'm going to pocket that. Here we have Grappler. That's kind of fun just for like lobster calls grappling, but again, she doesn't want to have like up close and personal. Great Weapon Master, Gunner, Healer, Heavily Armored. This one might be... Well, what's her armor now? She has medium armor, but she's more dex-based anyways. So maybe we'll just keep it like that. Inspiring Leader, Keen Mind, Lightly Armored, Linguist, Lucky. That would be cool. Put in Lucky. Mage Slayer. No. Magic Initiate, Martial Adept, Medium Armor Master, Metamagic Adept. It would be really nice to do an Eldritch Blast as a action and then another Eldritch Blast as a bonus action. That might be kind of fun. Do a Quicken spell. We have Mobile. I think we're doing that one. Marley Armored, Mounted Combatant, Observant. That might be also really good with their Perception. So maybe we'll keep that one open. Piercer, Poisoner, Polearm Master, Prodigy, gives you extra proficiencies, Resilient, Revenant Blade, Ritual Caster, Savage Attacker, excuse me, Second Chance, Sentinel, Shadow Touch, Sharpshooter. There's so many feats now, guys. Sharpshooter. Guys, with Sharpshooter, I can do a 600 feet Eldritch Blast. Right? Attacking launch rate doesn't improve to disadvantage. Your ranged weapon attacks have 3 covers. Before you make an attack ranged weapon you're proficient with, oh wait, no, it's not Sharpshooter. Which one am I thinking of? That doubles the range of your spells. Spell Sniper, that's what it is. Spell Sniper. But we have Shield Master, Skill Expert, Skilled Skulker, Slasher. Yeah. So Spell Sniper, 6. The range of spells, ignore half covers. Spell range is doubled. You learn 1 cantrip. We got to do that, guys. We got to do that. Eldritch Spear and Spell Sniper if you have line of sight. Yeah. We had a player who actually did this before, but they died, unfortunately, last session. No, 2 sessions ago. They cast Fly on themselves and flew over a horde of pirates on a pirate island that they were trying to take back for the main community or the main civilization. And someone hit him, and he broke concentration, and he fell down into a horde of pirates, and he just did not make it out. So unfortunately, it was a bad move for a bad positioning on his part, and there was nothing I can do as a DM to take that out. So, all right, we have Squat Nimbleness, Strixhaven Initiate, Strixhaven Mascot, that magic. Tavern Brawler, Telekinetic, also kind of cool, Telepathic, Tough, Warcaster, Weapon Master, and Wood Elf Magic. Warcaster is advantage on Constitution saving throws that maintain concentration. Perform somatic components. Warcaster, I don't like spells like Warcaster or Spell Sniper or like Sentinel usually, because they're usually like min-max your optimization feats, and I like to stay away from them because I like to try to flavor things more. I want to play with new and unique things, and playing with like optimization stuff all the time, it's just not my idea of a good time. Even though it's a good time for other people, it's not mine. So I actually don't want to take Warcaster personally, although it might be really, really good for this build. I'm not going to take it. Okay, let's see. We have have a wizard with a scrying orb as a spotter. Oh no! Wait, no, I don't think that's possible because they still have to have line of sight, and it doesn't matter if they're scrying because it's somebody else seeing it. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't think that's how that works. If you want to play just the armor, just give them a martial adept and be a protected fighting style for 1 AC. Could be the harder carapace. Yeah, we could do that. Well, let's get the ones that we definitely want. Let's get the ones we definitely want. And that would be Spell Sniper. So let's give them a Spell Sniper. That'll be our one min-max, one optimization cantrip. Spell Sniper. Okay. And then, oh, that's right, we got to choose a cantrip. Let's see. We have Firebolt, Green Magic Stone, Prismatic Bolt, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp. Stone Fist is my cantrip. It basically just turns your hand into stone so you can punch with like an arcane stone. Well, let's do Magic Stone just because we talked about like the pearls orbiting or throwing pearls. And then we have 2 more. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be hard. So we have so what we've kind of opened up. We have the Gift of the Gem Dragon, which gives us like a telekinetic reprisal. We get to push them away. And then we get a bonus to Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. Do we need any of those? Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. We get a +1. No, we're pretty evened out. So we may not need that one. We just might not need that part. And then we have Mobile. We can use a dash action, and when we make a melee attack against a creature. Okay, we got to get rid of that one then. So that one will be effective as us as a spellcaster. Observant, we can increase our wisdom score by 1. So we can get like a couple, if we choose wisdom for both of those, we get an extra wisdom key. So I think that might be really, really good. And then if I can see a creature's mouth while speaking, I understand it. And then a +5 to wisdom and investigation scores. Also really good because I'm investigating a lot for gold and coin and things like that. Because if I'm a pirate, I'm going to be going back to that pirate island and figuring out where all the pirates have stashed their gold. I like that a lot. Scott Costner, yeah, that's how they know what to shoot at, but like they themselves couldn't see it because the wizard scried on them, and they would still need they can't shoot through the orb. They would still need line of sight. So if it's just by line of sight, they would need to see them anyways. I might just be like not knowing exactly what you're getting at, but scrying would not help in a line of sight situation because scrying is not a line of sight. All right, Spell Sniper. We did that one. So the other one would be Telekinetic, which we get the Mage Hand cantrip, but we already have that, but we can switch it out for something else. And then as bonus action, we can telekinetically shove. But if we already have that in the other one, then we're good. So that's what I'm going for. I think we're going to go to Gift of the Gem Dragon, and we're going to do Observant. Yeah? What do you guys think? I was meant for flavoring. It is in the spec on the hill that you can see is actually a person. Shoot it. So you're flavoring the scrying spell? Or you're flavoring the seeing them 600 feet away as a scrying spell? Because that would be interesting. That would be interesting to reflavor that as a short range scrying spell. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. So let's do that. Let's do those two. Guys, I think we're done. I think we're done. Oh, not another class. We're not adding another class. Okay, let's give this one the feat of the. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yep, gift of the Gem Dragon Charisma. And then we get a bonus to... Oh, is it not going to give us the option? Huh, interesting. So maybe we'll add that. Usually there's a bar here that gives you the option of where to put it. I guess we'll just put it in later. And then the last feat, which one was it? Observant, that's right. Let's give you all of the things. Give you all of the things. See, this one did it. See this? What's happening, guys? What's happening? This one, okay, so let's give it to the wisdom. And then we'll go back and if it's not activated, we'll just add it. Yeah. So we'll just go here and we'll add another modifier and then boom, there we go. So good thing about actually, why is our charisma 19? Pfft, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We gotta give our charisma a boost. Pfft, duh. So okay, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing about magic and magic spells. So technically, rules as written, I will be using in my spell list. I'll be using anything that's from my Ranger spell list as a 16 save DC, and then anything on my Warlock spell list, I'll have an 18 DC. I think that's bullcrap. Right? Because as you are a spell caster, and you cast spells a certain way, right? To me, it's it's not like I'm learning spells through charisma one way and I'm learning spells through intelligence another way. I'm casting these things in one way, and it's using my charisma or inner power. So I can cast my ranger spells through my charisma and it be great, right? And so at my table, I allow my players to pick what if they multiclass, they pick the highest one, and that's it. I don't want to worry about 2 save DCs. It's just one save DC, because as a character in a world that doesn't have no knowledge of classes, has no knowledge of differentiations between types of magic, just magic that is, and you are a magic caster in whatever form that takes, whether you get it from a god or a beast or something in between, doesn't matter. You cast spells in your way because your way is one way, right? And so I take the highest one. So that's what I do, and that's what I'll do here. So obviously, if it was both, if I did both, I probably would take the charisma, the one that I put in charisma, and I would put in wisdom. So I have kind of evened out 17 DC for both, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. But then again, I only have a couple ranger spells, so I might not even worry about that. I might still do the 15 charisma. Another trick is to with your lower level or your lower level multiclass. So if in this case it would be my ranger, I would only take attack spells with the ranger, right? So my save DC isn't. I don't have to worry about my save DC because it's the only saves that I have to do are on my warlock class levels or class spells. So that's an easy way that I've done that before if I don't have to worry about it. So. Question, does she carry any magic items? Okay, how much time we have? We're out of time. Shoot. If you have magic items in mind, hurry and put them in the chat. I wasn't preparing for any magic items. But she might have some. She definitely could have found one in that area where she got left for dead, in that little temple area. She could have found one in there. like almost could be in like another vestige of Blipdoolpoolp, or it could be anything, or just something she stole from the Kaban clan if she was there. So, yeah, if you have any more, either do that in the chat right now or just comment it later. It wouldn't warrant a part 4, although it might be fun. Yeah, put it in the comments below if you have an idea for a magic item, and I'll totally give it to her. Absolutely. Because there's a big chance that she can find a couple laying around here and there. And then, now I'm wondering what we're going to do next week. Next week, we might just do more game prep, because I've been having a ton of fun with you guys, and you guys seem to like this kind of stuff anyways. Just brainstorming and things like that. What skills does she have, Nicolay? So you can see them on the screen. She's proficient with the animal handling skill, arcana, perception, nature, religion, and survival skills. And the ranger, so the ranger subclass is the swarm keeper, Dewey Pepper, and the warlock is fathomless. I will take, and I will it is linked in by the video before this, but I will also link in the video after this. So I'll link it in the description, so you guys can kind of look at it and browse and see what she has. So it'll be great. Cool. Have a little lobster spotter, Roland. Do you mean like the familiar? Is that what you mean? 1k gold per level on the sane magic items list is usually pretty reasonable. Yeah, yeah. I would either give her like one super powerful magic item or maybe a couple lower levels. My players already have a ton of great magical items, so I'd be worried about giving them another really big one. If I did a really big one, I might just flavor it to be more of her abilities, like her being absorbed by it. Or in a way, or just have like the prerequisite that you do need to have, or you do need to be a warlock of Blipdoolpoolp if you want to have this magic item, kind of thing. So, yeah, Dewey Pepper, yeah, Swarmkeeper is definitely one of my favorite ranger classes, and I was so excited when it came out. Roland, but for an NPC, I love giving them an item that they can use, and the party can if they can defeat them. Yeah, that's to me, that's the best way to give a magic item. Yeah, it's kind of fun to like find stuff, but being able to pull it off, you get a lot of people involved. Investigation, maybe even stealing it off of them. There's a lot more interaction with getting a magic item when you put it on an NPC. Absolutely. Okay, well that's it, guys. That's it. That's all I had for you today. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for helping me flesh out this incredible character, and I can't wait to put it in front of my players. And I'll give you guys an update. Like in a future live stream, I'll tell you how it goes if they defeat them. If this warlock is successful in disrupting the mages and unleashing the giant lobster monstrosity that's trapped beneath the island, or if they even get beyond that and help Blipdoolpoolp herself get out. So time will only tell, and by that point I might be filming my online games for Patreon members as well. So anyways, in the meantime, go out there and spread the good word of D&D and make the world a better place, both on and off your tables. See you in the next one, guys.